My name is Walt Harris, and just want to tell you my story. When I was growing up, I went to church when I was a kid, and I learned about things about God, but didn't really know God. I just knew of Him. And when I got to college, when I was 18 years old, a couple guys who I didn't know very well came to my door and asked me if they could share Jesus Christ with me. And going through calculus, that was a good idea. I didn't want that. I didn't want to do the calculus, so come on in. And they shared with me about Jesus Christ, that He paid His life for our sins, and that we can't get close to God without going through Jesus Christ. And that made me think about it. And they gave me a Bible that I should read, and I told them I'd give it some thought. That night I began to ask God that if He was real, He'd come into my life and reveal Himself to me. Lo and behold, later on that week I got sick, had to go to the school hospital, and I asked my roommate if he would bring that Bible with my studies to my room so I can do some things while I was going to be in the hospital for 3 days. That night my fever got up to 101, and the doctors didn't seem to be too concerned about that. Then it went to 103, and they started packing me at ice, and I thought, God, this is a time I need to talk with you. And so I asked Jesus to come into my life that night. And all I remember from then is that I woke up the next morning. I wasn't feeling sick anymore, didn't have fever anymore, and I just felt excited that something had happened that night. And Jesus came into my life that night, and He's changed everything since that time. After I got out of the hospital, I went to find some Christian friends of mine to tell them what I did and what happened and what God was doing in my life. That's been over 50 years ago, and I'm still seeking God, seeking the truth that is Him, that if we put our trust in Him, that we could live with Him forever. And that is my story, that Jesus Christ changed my world forever and to all eternity.